Private jet airport choice sounds obvious. Use the closest airport. That is what most people assume. And sometimes, yes, the closest airport is the right answer, but not always. In private jet charter, the closest airport can be convenient. It can also be the wrong airport for the aircraft, the route, the cost, the timing, or the real purpose of the trip. If you want private jet charter explained for serious buyers, not status tourists, subscribe to JetMaster. This channel is for people who want private aviation decisions explained clearly before they start comparing options. In a moment, I'm going to show you why airport choice can change the final trip. Not just the drive, the aircraft. The quote, the handling. That's the schedule. And sometimes, the entire logic of the charter. Let's start with the blunt truth. Private aviation is not commercial aviation with a nicer seat. Commercial travel pushes you toward major airports. Private charter gives you more airport options. That is one of the advantages. But more options also means more decisions, and more ways to choose badly. A casual buyer opens a map and says, which airport is closest? A serious charter buyer asks, which airport creates the cleanest trip? Those are not the same question. The closest airport may save 20 minutes on the road. But if it creates a worse aircraft option, a higher quote, a runway limitation, weaker availability, or awkward handling, did it really save anything? Maybe not. This is why airport choice should be discussed before the quote is trusted, not after. Point 1. The closest airport is not automatically the best airport. This is the first mistake. People think distance equals convenience. Sometimes it does, but convenience in private aviation is not only mileage from your house, hotel, office, or destination. Convenience is total trip efficiency. How fast can you arrive? How smoothly can passengers move through the private terminal? How close is the airport to the actual destination? Can the right aircraft use that airport comfortably? Is the airport open when you need it? Does it support the route cleanly? Will it create a better or worse passenger experience? A closer airport can still create friction. A slightly farther airport can sometimes create a better charter. Better aircraft availability. Better runway performance. Better ground handling. Better arrival position. Better total timing. That does not mean you should ignore the closest airport. It means you should not worship it. The map is a starting point. It is not the decision. Point 2. Airport choice can affect aircraft availability. This is where cost and convenience start connecting. Private jet charter pricing is affected by aircraft position and availability. If the aircraft you need is already near one airport, that may create a cleaner quote. Odds. If the aircraft has to reposition to another airport, the quote may change. So 2 airports in the same city area can produce different options. Same passenger, same day, same destination. Differ osness is the different airport, different aircraft availability, different economics. That is why a charter buyer should ask, where is the aircraft coming from? Would another nearby airport reduce repositioning? Is there better aircraft availability at a different airport? Would the quote change if we departed from another field? This is not nitpicking. This is how you avoid comparing bad assumptions. A cheaper-looking airport choice can become more expensive if it forces a weaker aircraft plan, and a slightly less obvious airport can sometimes improve the whole trip. Point 3. Runway and aircraft performance matter. Not every aircraft is equally suitable for every airport. Runway length matters, weather matters, passenger load matters, fuel planning matters, airport elevation may matter, route length matters, luggage may matter. A smaller airport can be excellent for access, but it may limit aircraft choice. A larger airport can support more aircraft, but it may add other friction. This is where private aviation becomes more technical than people expect. And no, you do not need to become a pilot, but you do need to understand that aircraft fit and airport choice are connected. If you want a certain aircraft category, the airport has to make sense for that aircraft. If you want a non-stop route, the aircraft and airport combination has to support that mission. If the runway is limiting, the aircraft recommendation may change. Yes. If weather or performance margins matter, the cleaner airport choice may not be the one closest to you. Ask, can this aircraft operate comfortably from this airport for this route? In Sazi Azi A Azdeds, are there runway or performance considerations? Would another airport allow a better aircraft option? Is this airport choice creating a fuel stop, payload issue, or planning complication? These questions are practical. They are not overthinking. A bad airport decision can make a good aircraft look bad. Point 4. FBO handling changes the experience. An FBO is the private aviation terminal. This is where passengers arrive, check in, board, wait, meet the crew, handle luggage, and move through the private side of the airport. FBO quality and airport flow can affect the trip. Some airports have excellent private aviation handling. Some are busier, some are smoother for passengers. Some are better for discreet travel. Some are more efficient for quick turns. Some are stronger for family travel, pets, luggage, or executive movement. For a short trip, the FBO process may be a small detail. For an important trip, it can matter. Privacy matters. Timing matters. Calm movement matters. Passenger comfort matters. The ability to arrive and depart without chaos matters. The mistake is assuming every private aviation airport experience is identical. It is not. Ask, which FBO are we using? How early should passengers arrive? How is luggage handled? Is this airport efficient for private departures? Is the arrival process clean for this group? Again, not drama, just clarity. Private aviation is supposed to reduce friction, so make sure the airport choice actually does that. Point 5. Arrival airport matters more than people think. Most buyers focus on departure. Where do I leave from? That matters. But arrival can matter just as much, sometimes more. The airport near your destination may not be the best airport for the purpose of the trip. Maybe the closest field creates a longer ground transfer because of traffic patterns. Maybe another airport gives better access to the final location. Maybe a larger airport has better aircraft support. Maybe a smaller airport creates a calmer arrival. Maybe the arrival airport changes aircraft availability for the return. If you are traveling for a meeting, the wrong arrival airport can quietly waste the time you thought you saved. If you are traveling with family, it can create unnecessary ground friction. If you are going to a resort, estate, event, or secondary market, the correct airport may not be the one a casual map search suggests. The real question is door-to-door time, not airport-to-airport time. Door arders az dash does door-to-door. From where you are starting to where you actually need to be. That is the number serious buyers should care about. A flight that saves 30 minutes in the air but adds 90 minutes on the ground is not a smarter trip. It is bad math. Now here is the airport choice checklist. Use this before you accept the airport pair inside a private jet charter quote. 1. Is this airport the closest or the best for the total trip? 2. Does this airport improve or weaken aircraft availability? Circuit cross acher in Nance. Win 3. Does the runway support the recommended aircraft comfortably? 4. Could another nearby airport reduce repositioning or improve the quote? 5. Is the FBO handling appropriate for the passengers, luggage, privacy, and timing? 6. Does the arrival airport reduce true door-to-door time? 7. Would another airport create a cleaner return or next leg? That final question is important for round trips and multi-city travel. Sometimes the best airport is not decided by the first departure. It is decided by the whole itinerary. This is why airport choice belongs early in the charter conversation. If someone gives you a quote and cannot explain why those airports were selected, ask. If the answer is only that is the closest airport, that may not be enough. Closest can be useful, but closest is not a strategy. The right airport should make the trip cleaner. Cleaner aircraft fit, cleaner timing, cleaner passenger experience, cleaner route logic, cleaner quote assumptions. That is the standard. Before your next charter conversation, take 10 minutes and think through the airports on both sides of the trip. Not like a tourist, like someone planning a controlled movement. That is the difference. And if you want a simple structure for thinking through route, airport, aircraft, cost, and quote preparation, the free 10-day JetMaster private jet charter course is linked in the description and pinned comment. Use it before you start asking for options. It will help you bring better details to the quote conversation, which usually leads to cleaner answers. In the next video, I'm going to show you private jet charter quote preparation and the 7 details you should have ready first. Because once the airport choice is clear, the next mistake is asking for a quote with missing information and then wondering why the options are messy. And don't forget, your JetMaster journey starts now.